Here we are at Calcutta for the one-day international between India and Australia. It's a perfect day here today, not a cloud in the sky. You were out in the middle earlier, Jim. How did the pitch look then?
Good morning, Richie, and good morning, everyone. If I was a seam bowler, I'd be raring to go, having looked at this pitch. The ball will move around a lot, and the bounce won't be consistent either. Keep the ball in the right place and the wickets will tumble. It's unlikely that many runs will be scored, so every one of them will be vital. I bowled first on this one. Back to you, Richie.
Lee is the opening bowler for Australia. Those are the first runs for Shuey. Lee to Tendulkar. That's a lovely way to get off the mark. Long hop and dispatch for four. That's the first boundary for Shuey. 49 overs are left in the innings.
The fielding restrictions provide the opportunity for attacking batsmen to score some fast early runs.
McGrath to begin a new over, stopped by Hayden. Hit straight to a fielder. Tendulkar is now facing. The fielder will cut that off. The batsmen are after two. Great job done by the fielder in the deep. It looked as if he was home to me.
India will be looking to take full advantage of the early fielding restrictions by scoring some quick runs.
Stopped by Harvey. Didn't quite get hold of that one properly. The fielder will cut that off. Batsmen are after two. Fielded on the boundary by Harvey. The score is now no wicket for 12. 47 overs are left for India.
The one-day fielding restrictions really give attacking batsmen an advantage at the start of the innings.
That was just inches from the stumps.
He's got nothing to show for some pretty good bowling.
McGrath to bowl to Shuak. Played into the gap. Batsmen are coming back for two. Ponting reaches it before it crosses the boundary. Shiwag facing. The umpire's not certain, so he's requesting the third umpire. McGrath to Shuak. It's straight at Harvey. .46 overs are left in the innings. Lee to Tendulkar. Lee to Tendulkar. Oh, that's a really superb shot. That's the first boundary for Tendulkar. Lee to Tendulkar. Lee to bowl to Tendulkar. Tucked off his legs. That takes him into double figures. That's the end of the fifth over. McGrath to begin a new over. Stopped by Harvey. McGrath at the start of his run-up. He's worked that into the gap. The sweeper picks up. Shiwag waiting at the striker's end. McGrath to bowl to Shiwag. Stopped by Martin. Umpire's not certain, so he's requesting the third umpire. A very good over. Only one off it in the end. Lee to begin a new over. Stopped by Simons. I think he was easily back in the crease there. Lee is back in the attack. Lee to Tendulkar. That's run away for 4. Tendulkar really punishes anything short.
Oh, great shot. That was 4 from the moment it left the bat.
Steered expertly into the gap. It looks like the third umpire's being called on this one. Shiwag waiting at the striker's end. He's worked that into the gap. Hit straight to a fielder. McGrath to Shiwag. That's too short, and it's been dispatched before. Shiwag moves into double figures with those runs. McGrath at the start of his run-up. McGrath at the start of his run-up. McGrath at the start of his run-up. It's straight at Martin. He's asking for the third umpire. Lee to begin a new over. I think he was easily back in the crease there. That's straight up in the air. That was really well judged. It went a long way up.
He kept his concentration really well. He had a long time to think about that before it came down.
So then, that's the end of Tendulkar. Stopped by Martin. Those are the first runs for Dravid. Batsmen are after 2, fielded on the boundary by Martin. Lee to Dravid. A very good over. Only 2 off it in the end. We're about to see the first bowling change. Played into the gap. Hit straight to a fielder. He looked as if he was home to me. Four runs. That's the first boundary for Dravid. Simons to bowl to Dravid. There it goes. A great take by Lehmann.
That was a really good effort by the fielder. He did well to cling on to it.
Dravid goes for only 6. That's the first runs of the day for Laxman, collected by Ponting. That's the end of the 10th over. Lee to begin a new over. Stopped by Martin. The batsman will have to run these. smashed that away. Looks in good form out there.
The bowler needs to avoid giving away boundaries, so he must keep it tight.
Chiwog is now facing. Lee at the start of his run-up. Pushed into the gap. That's cut off by Martin. 39 overs are left in the innings. Simons to begin a new over. Stopped by McGrath. Picked up on the boundary by Martin. Well played, but the fielder will cut that one off. Chiwog has now moved into the 20s. Laxman waiting at the striker's end. A nice shot, but it won't make it to the boundary. 38 overs are left for India. Lee to begin a new over. Not timed perfectly, but they'll get some runs anyway. That's a superb throw.
I think he realised halfway down that he wasn't going to make it.
Laxman goes for only 2.
That's a long walk back when you haven't scored many runs.
Mongia is the next batsman in. That's a lovely way to get off the mark. The batsmen are coming back for a second. .37 overs are left for India. Simons to begin a new over. Didn't quite get hold of that one properly. Martin reaches it before it crosses the boundary. Hit straight to a fielder. Simons continues. That's cleared the boundaries. 6 runs. And they were diving for cover in the stand there.
Exciting stuff. He took a risk, but was well rewarded as the ball disappeared over the fence.
The 50 is up for India. Mongia waiting at the striker's end. He's worked that into the gap. That takes him into double figures. 36 overs are left in the innings. Lee to begin a new over. That must be close. The umpire says not out. In my opinion, it wasn't out, but it was very close. 3 now for 55. Mongia waiting at the striker's end. Oh, that's close. No response from the umpire. The umpire didn't have to think too hard about that one.
Yes, Richie, that was never going to be out, so why do they bother appealing? Not a difficult decision for the umpire.
Lee continues, stopped by Simons. Confident appeal. No response from the umpire. There was never a chance the umpire would give that out. Lee is back in the attack. Tucked off his legs. Simons to continue with his off-spin. Hit straight at Bevan. Simons to Chewag. Lee to begin a new over. Pushed into the gap. The batsmen are after 2. Fielded in the deep by Martin. Hit straight to a fielder. The batsman will have to run these. The batsmen are coming back for a second. The sweeper picks up. 33 overs are left in the innings. Simons to begin a new over. Stopped by Bevan. Mongia waiting at the striker's end. Simons to bowl to Mongia. The batsman will have to run these. That's straight up in the air. Shiwag won't miss anything bowled 2 foot.
The bowler put that right in his favourite area.
32 overs are left in the innings. Lee to begin a new over. Stopped by Harvey. Oh, that's close. The umpire turned that one down, but it did look very close. It really was a very close call. It's straight at Hayden. .31 overs are left in the innings. He's got it into the gap. The batsmen are looking for 2. Great job done by the fielder in the deep. A nice shot, but it won't make it to the boundary. He's struggling to get back here. That's the end of the 20th over. There's a change in the bowling for Australia. There it goes. That's the first boundary for Mongia. That's gone high in the air. Mongia has now moved into the 20s. He's got it into the gap. He's worked that into the gap. 11 runs came from that over for India. The fielder will cut that off. Hit straight to a fielder. Simons to Shuak. That's gone high in the air. Play it away with comfort. 28 overs are left in the innings. Martin to begin a new over. Martin to Shuak. Martin at the start of his run-up. That's straight up in the air and safe. Hit straight at Hayden. Pushed into the gap. Three now for 88. Shiwag is now facing. Martin at the start of his run-up. He looked as if he was home to me. It's high in the air. Really looks in fine nick today.
Lovely shot. It raced away to the fence for four.
Shiwag facing. There'll be runs here. Batsmen are coming back for two. Mongia facing. There'll be runs here. Batsmen are coming back for two. Simons continues. The batsmen are looking for two. Hayden just picks that up inside the rope. Martin to begin a new over. Stopped by Lehman. Martin to Mongia. That's a big hit. It's 6. That was a mighty hit.
Another one of those, and this bowler could be out of the attack.
That moves the score into 3 figures for India. The batsmen are looking for 2. That's the halfway mark. 25 overs. Simons to continue with his off spin. Over pitch and smashed before. It's in good form out there.
Well, he got everything right here. Footwork, hands, kept his head down, kept the ball on the ground. Nothing better than that.
Mongia is now on strike. That's gone high in the air. That was a superb placement.
He loves the ball in that area. Great shot. 4 runs.
Safely taken by Warren.
A slight fumble, but safely taken in the end.
Mongia eventually goes for 42. That was a fine innings from Mongia.
He played really well out there, but lost his concentration at a vital moment.
Ganguly is the next batsman in. India 4 down now for 1-4. .24 overs are left for India. Martin to begin a new over. Martin continues. Martin continues. It's high in the air. That's a lovely way to get off the mark. "23 overs are left in the innings. We're about to see a change in the bowling." That's straight up in the air. That's the first boundary for Ganguly. It's in the air. Picked up very early by Ganguly.
Well, it was in the air, but there's no one there. No risk.
Eight runs came from that over by Harvey. That's gone high in the air. That went like a rocket to the fence.
He played that shot to perfection.
A nice shot, but it won't make it to the boundary. Crowd are standing to applaud him. That's his half century, and it's taken him 74 balls. Great take by the wicketkeeper. Ganguly waiting at the striker's end. It's high in the air, safely taken by Martin.
Well held. It must have stung his hands coming down from that height.
Ganguly makes his way back to the dressing room. Adani takes his place at the crease. Harvey to begin a new over. It's straight to a fielder. That's a big hit. It's six. Smashed that right out of the ground.
Well, he really hit that a long way. Exciting stuff.
He's worked that into the gap. I think he was easily back in the crease there. Those are the first runs for Adani. Batsmen are coming back for two. There it goes. Timed that to perfection.
For all the kids watching out there, that is a perfect example of how to play the shot.
That's the end of the 30th over. We're going to see the off spin of Simons. Not timed perfectly, but they'll get some runs anyway. He's got it into the gap. The batsmen are looking for two. Great job done by the fielder in the deep. Chiwag is now facing. The fielder will cut that off. The batsmen are after two. Steered expertly into the gap. That's good bowling. Harvey to begin a new over. Not timed perfectly, but they'll get some runs anyway. He smashed that one right out of the ground. That was sheer power.
It doesn't really matter if it goes in the air if you hit it that far.
Harvey, keep it down. It's in the air. They were diving for cover in the stand there.
Exciting stuff. He took a risk, but was well rewarded as the ball disappeared over the fence.
But straight at Martin. I think he was easily back in the crease there. Harvey continues. That's gone high in the air. That's the first boundary for the gun. 18 overs are left in the innings. We're about to see a change in the bowling. Not timed perfectly, but they'll get some runs anyway. It's in the air. Adani has moved into the 20s and is starting to look far more relaxed. Adani is now on strike. Martin continues. That's a big hit. It's six. Well, that was six as soon as he hit it.
The bowler doesn't look too happy about it. There might be a little bit more in the next one.
"17 overs are left for India. Harvey to begin a new over. There it goes. Looks in good form out there.
He'll have enjoyed that one. It was four the moment it left his bat.
That's straight up in the air. The sixth wicket partnership has moved on to 53. Harvey is back in the attack. The batsman will have to run these. Stopped in the covers. Stopped by Bevan. 16 overs are left in the innings. Martin to begin a new over. Shiwag is now on strike. That's gone high in the air. Really looks in fine nick today.
Oh, great shot. That was 4 from the moment it left the bat.
It's high in the air. Shiwag is looking to punish any short deliveries.
He picked his spot well there, a glorious boundary.
Martin continues. That's the end of the 35th over. Harvey to begin a new over. Harvey continues. He's worked that into the gap. Oh, he's put it down.
That's a bad miss. He did the hard part by getting into good position, but put it down.
Shiwag is now facing. That's gone high in the air. Looks in good form out there.
Great shot. That seemed to rocket to the boundary.
Harvey continues. There it goes. He watched that onto the bat perfectly.
Everything was in the right place there. It fairly raced away to the boundary.
That over helped the run rate somewhat. Shiwag is now on strike. Not timed perfectly, but they got some runs anyway. Stopped in the covers. There it goes. The crowd were brought to their feet by that shot.
Lovely front foot shot. Head over the ball, wrists in front of the bat as he played through the line.
Martin at the start of his run-up. Pushed into the gap. Martin at the start of his run-up. Well taken by Gilchrist. Shiwag waiting at the striker's end. Well, that's found the gap in the field. Harvey to bowl to Shiwag. Shiwag facing. It's high in the air. Badani is now facing. That's a big hit. It's 6. Harvey won't like that at all.
Another one of those, and this bowler could be out of the attack.
There'll be runs here. Lehman cuts that off. He can enjoy this as he's had to work very hard for it. There's his half century. Brilliantly caught.
Brilliant catch. The batsman can't believe he hung on to that.
Badani makes his way back to the dressing room. That was a fine innings from Badani. 12 overs are left for India. The new batsman comes in at the non-striker's end. Hit straight to a fielder. Martin to bowl to Shuak. I think he was easily back in the crease there. That's the first runs of the day for Mongia. Martin to bowl to Shuak. An easy catch.
That was a lazy shot. He didn't get over it at all.
Shiwag is finally out for 87. That was an excellent knock by Shiwag. Martin at the start of his run-up. Harvey to begin a new over. Harvey to Mongia. He smashed that away. That's the first boundary for Mongia. Harvey continues. Got him, yes, he's out. That ball was really moving, a brilliant reflex catch. Singh facing his first ball. Those are the first runs for Singh. That's the first runs of the day for Agurka. That's the end of the 40th over. Martin to bowl the last of his allotted overs. Martin to Singh. Martin to Singh. And 6. They were diving for cover with that one.
The fielder just watched it. Going, going, going.
Singh facing. It's in the air. Singh moves into double figures with those runs. "11 runs came from that over. Harvey to begin a new over. He smashed that one right out of the ground. That went a long way back into the stands.
The bowler can't believe it, but it is out of the ground. 6 runs.
Harvey to bowl to Agurka. There it goes. Great take by Harvey.
That was moving pretty quickly and he did well to cling onto it.
Khan awaits his first ball. It's straight to a fielder. That's a lovely way to get off the mark. It's in the air. That's the first boundary for Khan. Change in the bowling for Australia. That's found the gap in the field. Well played, but the fielder will cut that one off. Well played, but the fielder will cut that one off. Well taken. India all out for 262.
That was a lazy shot. He'll regret that when he sees the replay.
263 runs required. So to sum up then, Australia win by 7 wickets.